Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is our latest episode. On the last episode, Leah and I talked about switching to the carnivore diet, how it helped us overcome some of our health challenges we faced after our gastric sleeve surgeries. We both had them. Hers was more recent than mine. It's a decade between the two of us. But today we're talking about a step further, some practical tips on how you can start and succeed with the carnivore diet, especially if you've had surgery, oh my God, or deal with chronic health issues. Leah, let's recap with how we both got to carnivore. Can you share quickly how you made that transition?
Yes. So hey y'all, hey, this is your girl Leah Janae. So my transition, the hardest part was just letting go of the carbs and the processed food. But once I started letting those things go, I made sure I increased my fat intake and my protein, and that made things a lot easier. So I began with simple meals like steak, eggs, and bacon, and that basically kept me full and satisfied. And I would say too, another thing was salt. The best sauce I like was pink Himalayan, Celtic salt, and Redmond's Grill salt. That helped in butter. So those things did keep me satisfied. And gee, what about you? How did you handle the initial transition to carnivore?
Well, unlike you, I was vegan. I love telling people that one. And I always say this part because I know they don't watch the show. That it's my friend, but she big. And her kids became vegan and they big too. And I was a big fat vegan because I was not eating what I was designed to eat. And I know it's so difficult because everybody they ringing the bell. I see people, it's like if you say you vegetarian, the next words out of your mouth, I'm trying to go vegan. I'm trying to go vegan, as if you've arrived. You're just damaging. You're damaging your body, and that's what I realized. And how do I know? I know because I had fibromyalgia. I needed my back fused together. I had high blood pressure. And no matter what I did, I can lose a few pounds.
Mhm.
But the moment I ate something, drank something, or whatever, it's like I'm back in the battle. Like I cannot believe it took me 2 weeks to lose 3 pounds and one or two meals, and not and gain six. What is that? Because you're eating what you're not supposed to eat. And I know this is difficult for people to understand. And I mean, but you know, it is what it is. And so for those that follow us on the channel, you know that January of last year, 2023, my husband was on a walker, and we were introduced to the carnivore diet, and we've never looked back. Never looked back. There's nothing anyone could say to me. Uh, oh, it's so and so's birthday, girl. You can have a piece of cake. So what you're actually asking me is to eat boo boo, because I'm saying to you that all of the sciatic nerve, uh, the bursitis, all of these ailments, and you really want to slide me a piece of cake. And I'm saying to you that that's what's killing me. But here's the thing, I heard someone say this and it blows me away. I do understand. Here it is. You more in love with what you can't give up, and you have accepted your death sentence. It's people know without a shadow of a doubt what they're eating is killing them. Let me tell you how you know. Your feet are so swollen. Some people have the what psoriasis, just all the skin all around the elbow, just crusted up. Your body is literally eating itself. Your body is breaking off into decay. You losing toes and all of this. And I'm saying to you, it's the food.
Mhm.
They tell you it's the food and lay off of sugar. Well, yeah, if you lay off of sugar, every part of it, but you don't want to do that. So you're willing some, prick your finger, check it out, eat this. Look, wear your thing on your arm, proud about it. I now look and I don't say things like, you fat because you don't exercise. You fat. I know you at home, like, oh, I, being out, you big and you I'm really not hungry. And everybody in their head, okay, you might not want to eat in front of me, but damn it, you eating somewhere. Cause we don't blow up like that just on nothing. Yes, you can, because you don't have to eat a lot. You'll never put yourself in a weight loss deficit type on the standard American diet. I don't know where that whole tangent went, but right now, what is it that I eat? I have not craved a cake, a cookie. I can look at cooking shows and and all I think to myself is, oh my God, look at how we're destroying ourselves. Oh my God. Look at how this is happening. Oh my goodness. That's what I'm saying to myself, right? In the midst of all of that. Hold on, let me do it like this till she pops back. Yeah. So that's what it is that I'm saying to myself while this is going on. It's like, this is not what life was supposed to be like. So
Mhm.
now, with that, I know I didn't got off. What is it that I eat? Beef, bacon, butter, eggs. Uh, I was just sharing with Leah before we came on. I got some eggs that I boiled. I got some bacon that I've done, but I also have I melted some butter and I'm putting it in little molds and I'm dropping bacon inside of it, and then that's like my treat. It is because my now energy comes from fat. I have no carbs. So when so-called regular people, you know how sometimes you get a little lightheaded and it's like, oh, my sugar is low. Then you take your prick your thing and you see where your sugar is, and it's like, oh, give me some orange juice or peppermint or something. I don't get any of that. I haven't had any sugar or anything in my system. I get none of that. And if I get tired, I look for some butter and I look for some fat. That's it. Right. So that's how I got started. Leah, let me ask you this. How do you do with meal planning? Let's talk about that, because sometimes, people have to go to work, they have these different things, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. What? Yeah, I can't. That what? Tell us, honey. What do you do?
Yes. So for meal planning, simple meals are the best to stay on track. So, especially if you have a busy life like I do. But I would say batch cooking. So, in the beginning, I would fire up the grill. I will put a pork shoulder on there. I like to debone mine and slice it, but you could do it whole or you could put it in the oven too. When I fire up the grill, I'll put chicken thighs, I'll do burgers, hot dogs, pretty much all the meats. So I'm good for the week. So that is the best. I would say that you always want to have some kind of carnivore food on hand, whether that's boiled eggs, cook you some bacon, already have it prepped and ready to go. So whenever you get that craving for sugar, anything, you have it so you can eat it.
Mhm. Especially
Let's
in the
see.
beginning.
Huh?
I say,
Oh,
especially in the beginning. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Like now, I don't get cravings and stuff like
Mhm.
if I crave, it is some meat I'm craving for, something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, no, yeah. Go ahead.
That's where I think I messed up in the beginning. Well, the last few times I wasn't prepared. And I would be like, oh, I'm hungry. And the first thing, oh, let me go get this. Instead of me going to McDonald's or Hardee's, getting some burger patties. So I will say let's see. So you just want to make sure you have your meals on hand, even if you take it with you, some purse bacon or steak bacon, but that will always help you to stay on track. So, and shopping on Carnivore, it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't break the bank. And so, G, what are some of your strategies on shopping on Carnivore and staying on the budget?
Yes, yes, yes. So you're buying meat.
Mhm.
Just think, normally when you go in the grocery store, not you, Leah, but the audience, you go in the grocery store and let's say you went and you picked up some pork chops, you picked up some chicken and some ground beef, right? I'm ready to walk out the store. You now are going over to get some let me see. What we with the pork chops? You gotta make sure you got everything to make the gravy. Are you gonna do rice? You gonna do potatoes? Which one you gonna do? Ooh, some pork chops and cabbage. Come on now. I know how to cook. I did not get that size not knowing. I know my husband's like, you need a food truck or something, baby. Oh,
Okay.
my mouth watering just thinking about them good meals I used to do. And then you got your ground beef, and you're just gonna decide what is it that you want to do with it. And a lot of times, come on, Tuesday tacos, you end up doing
Mhm.
that. Okay, fine. And now you have some chicken, depends on was it a whole one, a half, and now I'm gonna be healthy because I'm gonna bake the chicken, right? But now what you got going with the chicken? Well, since I'm baking it, I can go ahead and bake some macaroni and cheese as well because I ain't doing box. My husband like box. I don't know where. I like mine from scratch. So
Mhm.
I would actually put a small one in the oven for me, and I would actually cook him a box. The shells, deluxe. That's what he liked. That I didn't. Anyway, um, and then you got to figure out what vegetable you want. And then sometimes, green beans. I would fry some bacon, throw some onions or something like that over and get my smoked meat, so on and so forth. I leave the store with the 3 meat items. Look at all that other stuff that I didn't even have to take. Meat fills you up.
Yeah.
You sit there and it's like, oh my goodness, because now you have put that meat in and your stomach is grinding and your body is so happy. It really, really is like finally the nutrients that we want. I'm telling you, all the vegetables you could turn around and see them in the toilet. You never found meat, not one time at all, because your body utilized it. And I can't say, thank you, Kennedy. I can't say enough. Hey, Mandel. Let me see. Are you using a filter different makeup or you just getting help? It must be help. You know what? I moved. Stop it, I say, because I done moved. There's a window right there. You looking at God's light shining on me this morning. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And I'm getting younger. Y'all, I'm 60 years old and I'm proud of it. Another thing, let's talk about social settings. My husband's high school reunion. You start getting over 60, girl. They ain't waiting no 10 years. We liable not to be here. I'm
Mhm.
saying the American Diet. So this was, I think they was doing like every other year. So this was the year here. It was in 2022. And then thank you. And then we came over here to 2024. They were lined up, y'all. Okay, I was messy. I'm trying to tell you right now, I was messy, and I'm gonna tell you why I was messy. I'm watching them, right? Male, female, everybody walking with a limp. When you go to get up, you got to get your body right before you can actually start walking. You might have that little lean over thing where you trying, right? Okay, so they were lined up to take a picture, and I decided to bend down and take the picture angled up, right? So I bent down, took the picture, and stood up. And in my head, I said, I hope y'all saw that, honey. How I bent down all the way to the floor. I got them good knees, honey, and I got right on back up. I was rubbing it in. My husband later said, "You ain't right. I know exactly. I know exactly what you were doing, but I'm happy.
Mhm.
I'm happy. I am so happy to have this type of energy in everything. Now, I ate before I went there. So let me say that. And I am good for making steak bites, but moreover, pork belly. I'll cut that up. and fry and put it in the air fryer. Girl, I have a whole Ziploc bag and I'm sitting there eating it like popcorn because I don't want any of the stuff, uh, you know, that they do. I take my own. I'll eat before, or I will eat as soon as we leave. I'm not tempted like that because I know later on the pain, the pain.
Mhm.
So what are some things that you can do because you still can be social? I do have a little card that I give out to let people know I don't use any seed oils. You just fix my stuff. You ain't got to season it. You have to do none of that. Just bring it. Or you can just order off of the appetizer. You can. I can get I ask them to do it maybe a little shrimp scampi with butter. If they can't do that, then no, I'm not willing to get sick. I'm not. I'm not. If you look at me getting closer. Listen to me. Listen. I promise you on my own life. I can't, you know how I say I swear on my mom. Well, my mama not here. But here's the thing. I think if I knew about this beforehand, my mama would be here. Friends, family, whether you know me or not, I'm not pulling your leg. And to prove it, do it for 30 days. Just try for 30 days. I'm not asking you to do smoothies that's going to tear your system up
Mhm.
and have you going to the bathroom. And then after a few days, you're like, oh, I'm done. Ah, don't give me another smoothie. I'm telling you to eat meat. Listen to me. You want some burger? You want roast? You want some oxtail? What you want? Cook
Mhm.
it. That and eat it. Eat you some steak and eggs for breakfast.
Yep.
Eat you some pork chops for lunch. Now hold up. You can't cook in seed oil because I'm going to ask you this question. What vegetables you get to press that hard to make that amount of vegetable oil for that price? Olive oil, you can't. Now, I know you can press out of olive. You can get some oil and everything out of an avocado. Please tell me what oil came from grape seeds. All these other different things. Y'all, please help me. People in the back. Mm-mm. So, what do I use to fry my food? Beef tallow, so we can cook the steak, and I can save the beef if I choose to. There is an online place where you can get some, and you can find it also in some of your not Walmart stores. That's some of your higher stores. You can find that. I cook in lard. I don't buy the lard from the store because of the plastic that it's in, and they got that B8 BPH or whatever it tells you it's in that. And I don't understand why y'all doing that when just spend 2 cents more and take that out of the plastic. So I'll cook bacon and I'll do pork belly, pork chops, anything like that. I reserve the fat. That fat I don't eat pork fat like that because they are not feeding the pigs right. So I don't. I utilize it to fry over into like chicken. I don't use flour. I season it with salt, let it dry off, and drop it right on down in there. Now, I will make my own hot wing sauce. I use Frank's and I use butter. Bam. Mix them two together. And a little salt. And if you choose to put a little garlic in yours, you can. That's hot wing sauce right there. And
Mhm.
honey, yes, I will get that. Uh Eggs. What else? Steak. Like you, I put on the smoker. I'll put a brisket on the smoker. I will put lamb on the smoker. I'll put ribs on the smoker, and I will put hot dogs and sausage on the smoker, right? And I just smoke it, smoke. My smoker was not that big when it run out. There you go. I put it in the oven and let it finish, and then I freeze it, and I got it. That I mean, it's so doable. What um Leah, how do you navigate yours? Because I know between church functions, family events, How are you trying to maintain?
So it is totally doable. So I would say going out to eat, I'll get anything grilled, like your burger patties, chicken wings. I'll make sure it's not breaded. And then for the sides, I'll still give them to my daughter. So I'll give her like some broccoli, triple steamed, or a salad. But what I will ask the waiters, can you bring me some cold butter? If not a couple of them, so I could dip my meat in that. Now, with church functions, I would just run to McDonald's and go get some quarter pounder patties. And I'll even ask them, can you guys give me a few pats of butter for breakfast, like from the pancakes? So that's how I handle that. But it's possible. Now for social events, I'll eat before I go if I'm hungry. If not, I'll just take me some meat, or I'll see whatever meat options that are available there. But besides that, you can do it. It is possible. Now, I would say, what are some of your common pitfalls when starting the carnivore diet, G?
Mine, this is everybody pitfalls, because every carnivore can tell you this, right? It's the fat. You, first of all, conditioned to believe if you eat fat, it's gonna turn into fat.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm almost pissed off. I'm just gotta say it like that, at the people that have told us that. That's not true. Okay, let's think of this. Come on. We're gonna put our common sense hat on. Now, I already talked about the vegetable oil. So let's think of this. You can sit butter out on the counter. It'd be nice and soft. But you can sit some margarine out there. Yeah, I don't know exactly how that margarine ends up doing, but it's made from that same vegetable oil because they realize it is extremely cheap to make. So if you took some butter and just placed it on your skin just a little bit, right? You not when it's like you cold, that's not, but that oil will melt. It's doing the exact same thing in at 98 degrees inside of your body. It's not sitting anywhere. But when you put something in your body that's not supposed to be there, I'm going to tell you when you really, really need to be concerned. If you get plaque, calculus on your teeth, I'm talking where when you look, where you go to the dentist and they got to pick that stuff off. Now that's the kind of stuff, calculus, that calcium deposits and stuff like that. Now that can be in your arteries. Yeah. Yeah. So when you get that, it's byproducts and all that other stuff that's forming that, the sugars and all that other stuff that's giving that to you. Because most carnivores, after a while, it's like you don't have that. You don't have that at all. So, y'all, um, I look. What final thoughts you have on some pitfalls, Leah? This is we at we almost at the end. What you got, girl? What you got? Any final thoughts on you?
I would say for the pitfalls is basically being prepped or ready,
Mm-hmm.
or if you are busy, knowing you out, go to those restaurants, having your butter and your salt. But keeping it simple. That's the best way I can see. Keeping it simple, it will let you be successful long term. If you're afraid or if you got any questions, a support group works. Even if you need support or don't need support, just that community. That is the best thing. That's what I'm a part of. But that's the best thing that it could truly help you. Because you may be the only one doing it in your family or in your community, and you just need that relative people that be like, oh yeah, you on the right track, you doing it, keep it up, or whatever the case may be. So yes. So speaking of support, G, what's gonna be on our next episode?
I don't know. No, no. We're really. I'm loving taking everybody on this journey, and a lot of times I wait to see any comments, anything like that that's going on. But I know that we're going to talk about the longevity. It's like you can do this. This is not a quick weight loss solution. Now, I'm going to tell you that this is a lifestyle. So if you just need to lose a few pounds, trying to get into that outfit, try one of them other diets. I'm just being truthful with you. Try something else, because this is lifestyle. I often say, do this to heal your body. So I'm talking people that have that's diabetic, high blood pressure, or borderline diabetes. Even if you listen, even if you are uh, uh, type 1 diabetic.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about that, because there was a girl, um, and she still dibble dabbles, but when she was true to carnivore, she reduced her insulin by 80%. She was like, oh my God, I'm not having the, no, you're not. You're not having those issues because you really don't need that much insulin for meat.
Yeah.
So it isn't. So you're sending your body through that because you're eating what you're not supposed to eat. We gonna come on every week and keep saying the exact same thing. It's not gonna change. You were not designed. They ask you when you take your animal, what food are you feeding them? Never, ever, ever are they turn around saying to you, what are you feeding you? And I refuse to deal with an overweight doctor. You cannot be overweight therapist. You can't be anything. Why? Because you're not even taking care of yourself. And that is really how I think of it. So you call it prejudice, you call it whatever it is that you want to call. I got something for you, because I'll be sitting there and what am I getting ready to say? Because you need to be doing what I'm doing. You need to be doing what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get out of here, because you guys can enjoy um the rest of your day. Find yourself a community. You will see
Yeah.
us here next week. Pop questions in if you're on the replay, and we will answer those. But in the meantime and in between time, you work your thing and I work mine. Oh, we'll see y'all next week. Yay!